about the Manchester derby?
Man.
Oh,
What derby?
Which
What
the
derby?
game
What
promised a
derby
lot.
for real?
Promised a lot, but yet again, as was the theme this weekend, just sheer disappointment. Just went out and just a
Run
sad
around.
0-0, sad 0-0.
Yeah.
Well, since it's your team, I know you want to talk a little bit about them. So, what just what encouragement do you take from that? Because you all seem to turn up when you're playing like tough teams.
Yeah.
But I mean, as of recent, I will say we've turned up. We've turned up to the best we got, and I think it's about time everybody realized that's the best we got. Like these players, that's the best they can do.
Oh, we have realized.
Yeah, right. So
don't worry about that.
People talking about systems, people talking about style of play, people talking about this and that. We're realizing that it wasn't that; it was the players who are not able to apply whatever is being dictated to them. But I would give them credit though. With the system of Amorim, we're seeing a little bit more control, a little bit more stability in the team. Like it seems like they know what they got to do, but it's a problem to execute it. But against City, I would say we were the better team. City was crap. Like they were a team to get at. Honestly,
I'll say in the first half you were.
First half for sure, right? First half for sure. Maybe second half it was a little bit more balanced. We did kind of put the pressure on towards the end. But yeah, I think first of all it was a penalty on Garnacho. People are arguing, and I can see why the argument is there, but the foul carried on into the box. Like the contact was initiated outside, but it carried on. Referee didn't look at it, but we know how referee have been this season. So yeah, I think honestly my disappointment is more so on City. They were so poor, man. Like I'm like, at least if we're gonna have a spectacle, it's gonna come from City. None of it, right? Couldn't control the game. They did have a few shots here and there, but they didn't impress me at all. Us, we know what we're about. Like we know we're gonna struggle to even build up play, and then up there's nobody to score. That's been the biggest killer for us. Nobody to score. So we really got to look at next season. Just like Arsenal, our only hope right now is the Europa. So that's why we're putting all our eggs into. But hey, even that, it's still up in the air. It's gonna be a game by game kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, if I stay on this game, there was really not much to even talk about. Like, what can we even talk about from this game? What are the highlights? Like, nothing. The only thing I can say is, all I was gonna say. The only thing I can say is, yes, we have played. I would say at least we have played better than City. We kind of stepping up our, confidence when it comes to the bigger teams. That's for sure. I see the system starting to click a little bit. We just need the people. If Ahmad was here today, for example, it would have been the difference. Definitely. That was like 2 goals from Ahmad at least. So we're lacking the manpower. That's what our season has been about. And yeah, we're looking forward to the next, honestly, at this point.
Yeah, I mean, this was it was a non-event. There was nothing. Really, there was nothing. And then when you see, my thing was maybe my only criticism, I would say, it was maybe why do you go with Ugarte and Casemiro? Maybe just put Bruno there. I know obviously you want to keep it tight and stuff because it is City, but City is just not this season. They just can't do anything. I mean, I feel like the only reason they're like 4th is because they started the season well. But I don't know the stats on it. I don't need to go look, but I feel like their record is not that much different from us since like December, let's say. Like I don't know the stats, but I don't think like there's many difference in terms of like points there. Because they have not, they just any half decent team that is gonna be organized against them.
They've lost the fear factor, and that was a question that I wanted to come to, since there's not much that we can talk about the game, but about Pep. I mean, this guy is touted to be like not only the greatest manager of his generation, but maybe one of the greatest managers of all time, arguably, right? And it is in the conversation, at least, right? And for him to not have the solutions to his problems this year, is that a question mark over his head, do you think? Because I mean, we've waited, especially since January. We said, okay, let's wait till January and then we'll see what the signings are. He has the signing, but it just doesn't seem to have the answer or the the know-how to get them out of the slump. And is that a question mark over his reputation that is forming right now, do you think?
I think, honestly, if I have to say something about that, I don't know. I feel like we have to factor in the element of fatigue as well into that. I think that has to play a role. We know what he's been going through in his personal life, and most people don't care about that, but you know it has to affect him, right? The thing that people have been saying to him, especially when he was really going through it. And there is the desire, you see Klopp leaving because he tapped out. He literally was like, man, I can't do this. Like, I know it's built for it, but like, I'm not the guy. Like, my mind is roast. And I think that's where Pep is, but I don't think he's ever going to admit it. I really thought he was going to leave. You on a high. Now you're here and it's all a mess. And then people are kind of looking at you to kind of fix it. Where are you finding the mental power to reinvent yourself? Because that's what he has to do.
But not only that, he has a big rebuild job to do because the whole midfield, apart from maybe Phil Foden, the whole midfield is like, because De Bruyne is confirmed that he's going. Bernardo Silva is not the player he used to be. Gundogan is definitely not the player he used to be. What's his name? Kovacic is just shocking. So at least in midfield, there's a big job that you need to do, and defensively as well. That just making goals left, right, and center. I mean, you have to be Man United not to be able to score against that team. So he has a lot. And even the question mark over the goalkeeper. I don't think Ederson has been anywhere near great this season, and Ortega is not any better. And when you go beyond Haaland up front, which Haaland seems like has been figured out now, people know how to play with him now. Where do you go? Like wingers, I mean,
it's a huge job, man. It's
Grealish. What do you do with Grealish? I mean, Savinho's come in. I mean, he's looked decent of late. Doku, I mean, in and out. There's a lot of problems in that team. A lot of problems.
I mean, that's why I said it very early on when the issue started. I was like, if the only way he fixes this is to go spend 500 million, it's a question mark. Obviously, he's still going to be one of the greatest. Well, we're talking about fine margins between him and maybe Ancelotti and Ferguson and stuff like that. Like, we're talking about very fine margins. Like, he's still better than everybody else that we can even mention. But it's a question mark. And obviously, Freddie's saying like he has that stuff in his personal life, and also as well, they've won everything. So there was gonna be a point where you're like, well, we need to we're kind of tired. We've lost some motivation. Like, they're humans as well, So. But I just feel like it's just the drop off has been so drastic, and it's been so like they just look like there's some games I watch them and it looks like they don't know how to play football anymore. Like, it's just like they just look so lost, and he's had like no answers, and he's kept doing the same things. He's keeps playing the same people. Like, even yesterday, why are you playing Gundogan? Like Bernardo Silva, like De Bruyne, like what are they playing? Like, you might as well play the McAtee and those kids that can at least run around, like, even if they're not experienced, at least they'll have some energy. These guys, like, they were amazing players in that time, so we're not gonna. And I think maybe a guy like Bernardo Silva. Maybe it's just a bad season because he's still only 30. To be fair to him, so he may bounce back next season. But definitely Gundogan and De Bruyne are done. Like their legs are gone. Like they're 35, 34, so it's normal. But like, why are you still playing these guys that just like Nunez are right back? Like I mean, Haaland has
what happened to Rico Lewis? Who's supposed to be the next sensation?
What happened to
disappeared.
I'm
what happened
surprised.
to Jack Grealish? Jack Grealish, his career is dying over there.
Phil Foden is just
Phil Foden,
not doing
like
anything at all.
hit and miss. Is it like we don't know? I mean, like there's a lot of question marks. And I mean, he's a top manager, and obviously, like I don't know. I think the best thing for him, obviously, was to have left. I think the best thing for him right now is to leave. I think if he stays one more season and tries to do this rebuild, I think there's more chances of it going wrong than going right.
But you see, that's why I disagree with you a little bit. I agree with you that he should have left before the season started. But I don't agree with you that he should leave now because it will look like at the first
it will look worse. For sure.
The first sign of adversity, you would run. And,
it will look worse.
Because the criticism of Pep Guardiola is when there's no money, you can't do it, basically. That's what people are out there saying. You've only had success because you had money everywhere you went. So now you have a big rebuild job. So now I think for me, that's when you prove that you can come back for it. Forget about the six. I don't think
he can do. I think the team
he can do it, man.
From what they need to
whether you think he can do it or not is beside the point. I'm just saying for him to prove to everyone that you are that manager. You know, you are the person. Just like Fergie did it. Fergie did it over and over and over again. How many rebuilds that Fergie did and came back and win the league? About 3 or 4, you know what I mean? Fergie did it over and over again. That's why he's the greatest, right? Yeah. And I mean, I don't know if Guardiola wants to be that or he class himself. I'm sure he does, right? But if you want to be shown, because like at Bayern, that's what happened. Like you failed and then you just ran. And and this is gonna be the but when I say run so to speak, right? But and this is gonna be the same here. For you to prove that you are that great manager, you have to rebuild. I mean, look at Simeone, who I think is a great manager, different style, but great manager. Yeah. He's rebuilt that teams about 2-3 times as well. You know, that's why he's still there. Yeah. And he's for me, he's up there with the top ones as well too. Like, I mean, maybe people don't like his style, but he's up there with the top ones.
It works.
Like when Mourinho was doing it and winning, nobody was saying anything, right? And so I think that's where Guardiola has to prove himself. Stay. This is a bad year. You just write this year off, and then you got to show everybody that you can come back from this.
I agree with you. But sorry, Freddie, just quickly. I agree with you, but I feel like there's more. It's a risk and reward thing. Like you can come and you can prove, but you can also like do badly. And if it does bad, it's gonna be.
But that's the risk you take. That's the risk you take. Nobody says it's gonna be.
I feel like he knows as well that there's more chances of it going wrong than going.
He's not doing it, guys. He's not gonna do it.
So you all think he's leaving? I don't think he's leaving.
I think he leaves.
I think he leaves.
Especially if they don't get Champions League.
Yeah, I think he leaves. And you know what's his escape?
I'm not sure.
You know what's his escape? He can easily do like Club did. He can be like, man, I wanted to do it, but man, I'm tired. I'm leaving you guys with what 7, 8, 9 trophies. Like,
I mean, he can. I think for him that would just you know. That would be bad.
It would be bad.
It would be bad, but hey, like at least he's honest and he never got found out.
Nah, I think that'd be the coward way out for me. But yeah, I mean, because of where he is and where he probably aspired to be, and you know where people put him. Like you got to show that this is just a blip, and I'm gonna come back stronger. Yeah. You know, you got to show that. So nobody
expected the club to leave. You know.
No, but I think for Klopp is different. I mean, for Klopp is different because yes, Klopp won everything, but he won everything once. So that means that he was like, he won this year, then he won this next year, then he won that next year, And
it's not the same standing.
And it's not the same standard. No one expects Klopp to be talking about as one of the greatest. You know what I mean? Yes. When he left, and he left. When he left, it wasn't the only bad season that he had at Liverpool. That's the thing. Yeah. This is the only bad season you've had at City.
Yeah.
And you're gonna run. I think that looks bad, man.
It looks bad, but we'll see. But I feel like it's the best of two evils for him. I don't think they come back and be as good. They might come back and get top 4 and stuff, but I don't think next season they can be as good as they've been, man. It's too much of a rebuild.
Because we were talking about that. We were talking about the death of tiki-taka and everything like that. So,
hey,
there's that as well to account for. Like, when you see...
the death of tiki-taka. Have you seen Barcelona lately? I mean, it's not tiki-taka, but it's like...
They do control games.
It's the hybrid, like the one, exactly the style of play that Spain...
Yeah, I mean, everything evolves.
Yeah. So, yeah. We'll see.
Now it'll be interesting next season, man. It will be very interesting. But one quick question to that. I feel like the question mark will still be there if they go out and they spend like 400 million and he gets a whole new.
That's what they're gonna do.
Yeah, but I feel like that question mark will be there either way.
They can't do it because financial fair play. Remember that?
No, they've sold a lot. They have a lot of leeway because they've sold a lot lately. So they have
they spent about 200. They spent about 200 million Jan. So that's gonna come back.
They have a big
was that not net or something? Like I think
because with the amortization, like you can spend probably like 3 times the amount of what you've made.
Okay, well I'm not versed in City's dealings, so but, I mean we'll see. But to your question. Yes, but I mean, you know why this is a little bit different for me? Because yes, you have the money, but you still have to go and buy those players that are gonna make you better. You still have to go and buy them, and you still got to go and find them, and they fit your squad, and so I mean that. Yes, I mean the people are gonna say, you have all the money, but you still have to go and get the players to fit your squad and to make that team better. So you have to give him credit for that as well, because it's not just as simple as having money. We've seen a lot of managers that had money and did nothing with it. How many managers at Chelsea had money and they knew nothing? You know what I mean? We saw Ten Hag, nothing. You know what I mean? So it's not just about that. But, I mean, that would be a little bit different. Yeah, I see the argument. People was going to say that, but I mean, that would be different for me. I think if you go and buy the teams and then you go back on terms, or why not?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Well, let's move on. And I think for the league, I mean, nothing else really that we don't want to talk about right now. I mean, standard wait for. For Newcastle, maybe a word for Spurs. All right. Next up, let's talk about the Spurs game. Just because Southampton is in danger of going down as the worst team in history, and I've seen the bad Derby County go down. That team was bad.
Yeah,
this Southampton team. I think I don't know. I can't remember what the record is now, but I don't know if I can't remember how many they need to win to get out of that.
Yeah, they actually close. I think the lowest was 11 points.
Didn't they already? Oh, I thought they already clinched the record.
Not yet.
No, not yet. Oh. If they don't win anything, then they will have the lowest point in this.
Yeah, I think they're only 11 right now, right?
I think so. Yeah, they just need like a few points, really. So they can save their names.
11 points. That is ridiculous.
Bro, that is tired. That is tired. That is a disgrace.
What?
Bro.
Why are you sure?
11 points, man.
Bro, they have
You're gonna
10
see
points.
like one win and then the rest is just draw.
They're on 10. Oh my God.
These men them have 10
They're on
points,
10,
bro.
yeah.
They have you'd have 25 losses, man. Come on. Come on, bro. Come on.
Wow.
At least
sorry,
draw
man.
some games, bro.
That's
At least
funny,
get 1
man. That's
point.
funny. I didn't even realize how
Bro,
bad they were.
that's bad.
That's pretty bad, man.
That's bad.
And the thing is, the problem with them is that they come to teams trying to play. Like
That's the thing. That's
they
always
come
the
toe to
problem.
toe, and they
That's
can't
always the
play.
problem.
They can't play from the back like they lead
They make
goals.
so many mistakes at the back. Like I think there was a stat going around. How many goals they've given away just trying to play from the back? It's just ridiculous. But that manager needs to be needs to be electrocuted or something. You can't. We talk about Postecoglou not learning, but this guy. I mean, I know it's because it's Southampton that we don't talk about this guy. I don't even know who he is, right? But that is criminal, man. That is criminal. Criminal.
And that's why some guys I was listening to. I don't know if you guys listen to them, the Gab and Jules podcast.
Yeah.
And they were talking about this, like saying like the Prem is becoming that. Like the teams that get promoted now, they just get battered. Like they don't like it's very hard like for them to stay now. Like we used to get like you might get 2 that will stay and then 1 goes down. But now like to even get 1 to stay in the Prem is just
I mean that's gonna be 2 years in a row now that you know
the
go straight back down.
Yeah. And then they go down, and it's the same teams. Like the top of the championship right now is Leeds, Sheffield United, Burnley.
Yeah,
so they're gonna come back. They're gonna get battered again, go down, and probably Southampton, Ipswich, and all that will come back again. Like, and it's just every year.
Just the yo-yo league, man.
Yeah, so
it's like they're too good for the championship, but not good enough for. So they need to have a tier for themselves.
Yeah,
where they can just live happily ever after.
A small league, like,
League of 6 or 7 or something. So they can just chill there.
They can chill, man, because it's peak.
But 10 points, man, that's bad.
That
is crazy, man.
That's poor, man.
Right. Yeah, that's what I want to talk about because Tottenham. I mean, Tottenham. The only good thing about Tottenham is just watching Ange losing his rag every week. You know, this guy is just becoming a pantomime. It's just becoming more ridiculous, and I hope that Levy has the right mind to keep him, man, for next season. Because this is entertainment.
There is still a chance, man, if they win the Europa.
If they win that Europa League, man, somehow.
I think but I mean, if they win the Europa, how bad does that look on you guys? If they win the because
that looks bad on Europa in general, because if they win Europa, like that's
I wouldn't be surprised.
But I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if they pull off a run. But
they ain't gonna win nothing. It's Spurs.
But he has to get sacked, whether they win it or not. He has to get sacked
before even.
He doesn't even have to. He just needs to walk. I mean, I think he's looking to get sacked right now. I think he's looking.
Probably,
I think it's done. Is that enough?
Yeah.
He thought that it was gonna be a walk in the park, and it's not.
He hates the fans.
Where's Ange Ball? Ange Ball disappeared. He's gone. No more Ange Ball. And it just fizzled out. From the day he said that I'm never gonna change, it just fizzled out. He's just gone. We don't know what like against Chelsea. What were they playing?
No idea,
you remember it was the same fixture last year against Chelsea when they got battered 4-1.
Oh yeah. When they were
against 9 men. And everybody was praising him. Oh, he's brave. Oh, I know they go battled, but that's so brave. You can see the football that's gonna come out. They're gonna have a good season.
That's a lot of nonsense.
Get the hell out of here, man.
That's a lot of nonsense. That's what annoys me about British media, man. They hyped him up so much, and look at him now.
There's never been anybody that goes hyped so much than this guy.
So much.
Come here. You need
hyped so much, man.
Huh? Yes, I'm almost done. Yeah. Go to bed. I'm almost done. All right, I'm coming. Yeah, again, second interruption. That's what happens when you're single, daddy.
The single dad life. Man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
But yeah, that's the funny thing about Tottenham. But yeah, that's enough of Tottenham, man. Let's move on.
Yeah,